I'm here to talk to you about why I quit music. Now, this is it's a big one. It's a big subject. It's something that's been on my mind for a very long time. Another one being, obviously, I've been offered crazy amounts of money by labels.
Yeah, I know.
The 7-figure deal.
7-figure.
Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims watching, and welcome to all the non-Muslims watching. Hello to everyone on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so I've seen some videos flying around that Chunkz, from YouTube, the YouTube vlogger who does different things. He's supposedly quit music, mashallah. Amazing. Unfortunately, YouTubers and social media influencers have a lot more influence on the youth than teachers. Unfortunately, some parents, they're one of the biggest influences. So, like, I've seen quite a few Muslims are coming up now, and they're on social media, and they're influencing the kids. They talk about music, they talk about dating. I think everyone knows Adam Sali, Fozy Tube, Chunkz, Philly, whole lot. And generally the stuff that they do on social media is like basically haram stuff, either dating or, music or pranks, sometimes mocking the deen or certain things, yeah. But alhamdulillah, it seems that the brother has given up music, and he's getting more popular, and if he's giving up music, it's a good thing, it's a big thing, and obviously these people, we always, rightfully so, when they do haram and they're on public platforms, we call them out, and it's right, because if their main audience is like 90-80% Muslim, and they do music talking about dating, talking about the opposite gender and all this kind of stuff, then you got to call them out, because if you don't call them out, and no one's holding them to account, then they just do more and more bad. Because normally when people start off with YouTube, they start off just want to do vlogging. But what happens is that when they do vlogging, if you just say normal stuff, I don't know, I went to work, I picked up my little brother or sister from school, or I went to college, or, whatever it is, no one wants to listen to that. So what happens normally as a Muslim vlogger, you spice things up. You talk about girls, you talk about clubbing, you talk about music, you do dating things. Because if you're just honest as a Muslim, as a vlogger, and you just say, like, I woke up, I prayed, or even if you're not even religious and you're a Muslim, and you say, I woke up, I ate something, I went to school, work, or college, or uni, then I came back, I did my coursework, I don't know, I had something to eat, I don't know, I watched some documentaries or some series or whatever. Who's gonna listen? No one's gonna listen to that. So as a vlogger, you have to do more haram things to get more attention. Like, if the non-Muslims are talking about girls, you've got to talk about girls, even though zina's haram and female friends are haram. If you don't talk about girls, if you don't talk about dating, if you don't talk about clubbing, if you don't talk about music, no one's going to watch your vlogs. So by default, generally, as a Muslim vlogger, you have to sell out. You have to sell out. So the fact that the brother, and it's not like the brother's becoming less famous. Like Chunkz and Philly, they're all over YouTube. They're all over YouTube. So the fact that it's on his conscience and stuff that to leave music. Whoever's been given like advice and stuff, may Allah reward that person. You know, I've posted comments on his TikTok videos, on his YouTube music videos, and this, that, and the other, and so forth. I'm sure there's other brothers coming at him and do it, but whoever it was, obviously he gets the most reward because people can get as much advice as they want, but they might not take it. But it's up to them to take the advice. So the fact, like, many people maybe give you advice, maybe he's got practicing brothers and sisters, maybe he ain't, maybe he's got a friend that started to practice, maybe it was just random strangers giving him dawah, but he's the one that's made the choice, the intentional choice to say, look, I can make money out of this music thing, you know, I'm getting more popular than this, that and the other, but I know a lot of you follow me, and you know what, yeah, this is a bad thing, you know, because at the moment his fame is increasing. So for him to say no, which is going to be instant cash, of course, may Allah reward him, inshallah. So basically, just wanted to see what he was saying about it and so forth, and basically go through the video. Let's just go through it, inshallah.
I'm here to talk to you about why I quit music. Now, this is it's a big one. It's a big subject. It's something that's been on my mind for a very long time. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber, so I have to say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Smash the like button. I'm not doing this for views. Just I had to, you know what I mean, talk.
And guys, yeah, make dua for him, because now that he's cutting music, you got a lot of liberal music, yeah. You're gonna call him extremist. They're gonna call him, you know, going over the top. They're gonna say, oh, you're allowed to have fun and give their own interpretation of the Quran, the Sunnah, the companions and the rest of the Salaf, the first 3 generations, you know, the companions, the Tabi'in and Atba Tabi'in. You're gonna have a lot of Muslims who don't do nothing. They don't read, they don't study. They're obviously most will be fans of him, yeah, and they love his music or love him as a vlogger, and they're gonna just be like, oh, you know, you're going too extreme, you know, music is okay as long as, you know, you got good content and stuff, like, or and so forth. But the point is this, yeah, is that make dua for him, and obviously make dua that he gets a big reward for giving up the music, and also to keep him strong, because during this time, you know, Shaitan's gonna come at him with lots of, you know, with using human beings to give him offers and all this kind of stuff. So like, he didn't have to do this, and it's not like he's at the moment he's not getting any popular, you know, even though not all the things he's doing is halal, the dating stuff and all this kind of stuff, but this equals money for him, and he turned it down. So make dua for him, because it's not easy when people are throwing money at you to say no, you know. But so make dua for him, that for the, you know, that his reward is increasing, and also to keep him strong, because it seems like he's in a battle between his conscience and what he does to make money, you know. And I think the main thing he does is football and dating stuff. So the whole thing is that now he might even want to give anything up haram. So he's gonna need encouragement, you know. He's gonna need encouragement, like to give up the other stuff and that, you know. So make dua for him, because when you see someone trying, you know, when most people don't give a damn and so forth, we need to aid them, you know. We need to aid them, you know, with our du'as and in any other way they can do it, because this is a sign that he's reach out to practicing people or non-practicing people, yeah, that he wants to change, you know, and we shouldn't make it harder for him. And there's going to be a lot of selfish people. There's going to be a lot of selfish people who say let people do what they want to do, but they're going to be on his case, yeah. They're going to be on his case to, what is it, not to stop.
My truth, without trying to sound cliched. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. I want to upload more consistently, hopefully, so make sure you put down in the comments down below what you guys want to see. And yeah, well, that's the announcement there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Take it now, Jackie. Yeah, actually speak about this.
Quit music. Okay, guys, you can leave the video now.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I quit music, bro.
Why? Why did you... Okay, listen. First of all, this will always come as a shock.
Yeah.
To the world.
Yeah.
You're amongst being a YouTuber, influencer, Instagram, you're a musician. That's what people know you as.
Yeah, and a footballer.
And the footballer, okay.
Yeah, you don't include that, brother.
Okay,
I know I missed the penalty.
okay,
but
yeah, okay. But music is one of like the biggest things people know you for.
Yeah.
And you're just deciding to just pack it up and go.
Yeah, bro. Deen
Why?
over Dunya. Deen over Dunya. I'm going to start off with that. I feel like I just randomly had an epiphany, bro, about maybe 3 months ago, maybe 4 months, I don't know. But yeah, music, obviously we're Muslim, bro. So music's haram. That's making it, listening to it, obviously. Don't want to get into the extensive, you know what I mean, because I don't want people to think. You know what I mean? Do them ones.
Yeah.
We listen to music.
Yeah.
We make music. You've done music.
Hey,
before. It's not bad. You know what I mean?
No, you know what's good about this as well is that all the other people in the scene that hear this, you know, whether it be Adam Sari, Fozzy Tube, I can't even think of all the others. I don't know the latest vloggers and Muslim vloggers and stuff, but all the people, because he's one of the, he's a popular name, all of the other people, he's saying it's blatantly, it's haram. He's not saying no if not, but some babies and so forth. Like, he's just saying it's clearly haram. He sent out a message, so all these other big YouTubers now, they have to ask themselves if they're going to keep on doing it or not. Because they're not, it's going to be impossible for them to escape watching this video. So they have to decide for themselves as well. Are you going to make money on videos, you know, these music videos with girls in it and, you know, talking about going out clubbing and all this stuff? Are you going to do that, or are you going to come back to what you actually believe as a Muslim and so forth? So, you know, so like, alhamdulillah, this is good, you know. And it's like, really this video shouldn't be made, because really social media influencers and vloggers, they really shouldn't have an impact on the culture. Even people like Khabib and sports stars like Mo Salah and all this kind of stuff. It's our fault. It's half these Muslim vloggers' fault, and it's half our fault as a ummah, because we raise people up. We raise people up into a position that they shouldn't be in. You know, so for example, the situation with like Mo Salah, where everyone was praising him because he was scoring all these goals left and right, even non-Muslims, they were singing his names and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And for us, our role models are the Prophet, the companions, and the rest of the Salaf, and then the scholars that came after them, you know, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, you know, obviously the main Imams, you know, Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, you know, Ahmed ibn Hanbal and so forth. And then after the people like, you know, Muhammad ibn Taymiyyah and Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab and so forth, and all the great scholars of the past generations that just passed, like Imam al-Albani, Sheikh, I called him Imam out for respect, but it's not just like an Imam in a masjid, like Sheikh ibn Baz, like some of the great scholars of our time, like Sheikh ibn Baz, Sheikh al-Albani, Sheikh Muqbil from Yemen, and Sheikh Uthaymeen, you know. And obviously now they've got like Sheikh Fawzan and Sheikh Muslim Abad and Sheikh Musila and all these stuff. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is that these videos shouldn't really have to be made. But because as Muslims, yeah, we don't like social media influences are up here, yeah, what happens is we become fans, and really we shouldn't be fans, we should be supporters on the Quran and Sunnah that praise people when they do good, yeah, that's in accordance with the Quran and Sunnah, and correct them when they do things outside the Quran and Sunnah or goes against it. But most of us are just fans, so we praise them whatever they do, whether it's music videos, whether it's dating, whatever. So like, look at the situation with Mo Salah. He has good manners. Every time he played football, he scored many goals. Non-Muslims were singing his songs and stuff. He was scoring all these goals and this, that, and the other, and so forth. You know, he used to do sujood every time after he scored or whatever, this, that, and the other, or most times after he scored or whatever. And then we were like following, like people were following him like fans. And next thing, man puts up a Christmas tree, you know, and got his kids and stuff in Christmas presents and stuff. And then what happens is that Muslims, you know, because a lot of us are raised in culturally Muslim parents, and our parents don't really sit down and teach us Tawheed and the 3 categories, Aqidah and these things. And then what happens is that we just follow him, and we don't even know the story in detail, what Christmas tree is about, and this, that, and the other, and so forth, and you know, and you're being extreme and so forth and that. But unfortunately, you know, and also he did that thing with the done the thing with the girl that was modelling, you know, and so forth. And he had the hijabi wife that all the time she was supporting him when he went to his football matches and this and that and so forth. And the next thing he did modelling and stuff. But the problem is 50% their fault and it's 50% our fault as Muslims for what is it? For what is it? Yeah, for being fans. We're not fans of anybody. Like, if there's a Muslim, we support them in what they do good, yeah, and we correct them if what they do goes against the Quran and Sunnah and Salaf. But what I would say is that you know, yeah. So him making the decision is big, and the reason why I'm making this video is inshallah to support him, because he does have a big influence on lots of Muslim school kids, not thousands, tens of thousands of Muslim school kids, kids in college, kids in uni, and so forth. So if we can support him to get out of this industry, you know, then let's support him, inshallah.
Maybe 4 months, I don't know, but yeah, music. Obviously, we're Muslim, bro. So music's haram. Us making it, listening to it. Obviously, don't want to get into the extensive, you know what I mean, because I don't want people to think, you know what I mean, do them ones.
Yeah.
We listen to music.
Yeah,
we make music. You've done music.
Hey,
it's not bad. You know what I mean? I'm just joking, but all jokes aside, bro. Yeah, it's haram, and it just hit me, bro. Like randomly, one day I was just like, you know, I don't feel right about doing this. Obviously, getting closer with the religion, praying now for the last 2 years, alhamdulillah, non-stop. So it's just a thing where I was like, you know what? I'll feel bad every time I even associate with music and releasing it and stuff. So I think it was just that time. And obviously, music kind of like decreases your iman or your faith for people that don't know. I don't think they can go hand in hand. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I kind of lost sight of the, like, you know.
I can't remember who from the Surf said that, but music and iman can't occupy the same heart. I think it's Abu Hanifa, but there's a saying from one of the scholars of the past that music and iman can't occupy the same heart. That's true. Wallahi, yeah, as a convert to Islam, yeah, I would say this, yeah, you can't do both. You can't be strong on prayer and strong on listening to music. Either, yeah, the prayer will cancel the music or the music will cancel the prayer, but you can't be strong. You can't be a person, yeah, that's deep into, that memorizes music and memorizes, Quran at the same time. You can't. One drags your body this way to this kind of lifestyle, one drags your body to another kind of lifestyle, and you can't do both. Yeah, that's the way. What you find, yeah, what you find out is, yeah, I've noticed this, yeah, you will not find a person, yeah, you will not find a person doing another major sin, except, yeah, that they start listening to music first. What do I mean? You'll never find a brother, yeah, that starts smoking, yeah, but doesn't listen to music. You'll never find a brother, you know, in a gang, yeah, or doing certain crimes like robbery and theft, who doesn't listen to music. I'm not saying that music makes. I'm not even saying that a person will just listen to music here and it would make them try to do all types of madness on their own. But I'm saying it's one of the biggest factors, it's one of the primary factors that why people do other sins. But I'm saying you won't find a person, you will not find a brother that's riding in jail for robbery or selling drugs and find that person doesn't listen to music. You will not find a sister that took off hijab, got pregnant outside of marriage, who doesn't listen to music. You won't find a person that smokes, even that generally smokes and doesn't listen to music. It's like music is the key before you start doing all these other things. Like before a brother does zina and gets a sister pregnant outside of marriage, yeah, yeah, somewhere along the line he starts listening to music before he starts thinking it goes. Same thing with the sister that gets pregnant outside of marriage. Somewhere along the line, before you start the zina, music comes in first. Somewhere along the line, before you start robbing people, that's the adhan. Yeah, so somewhere along the line, a person, before they do zina, before they start selling drugs, before the sister takes off hijab, before the sister does zina, before the brother does zina, yeah, before the person drinks alcohol, before the person smokes weed, somewhere along the line, music comes in. So the whole thing is that, when I edit, I'm gonna find out who it was that said it, and I'm gonna post the reference and so forth. Anyway, yeah, you will not find a person doing a major sin, yeah, 9 times out of 10, yeah, except that they started listening to music first.
I mean, that division in terms of.
But why now?
2 years, alhamdulillah, non-stop. So it's just a thing where I was like, you know what? I feel bad every time I even associate with music and releasing it and stuff. So I think it was just that time. And obviously, music kind of like decreases your iman or your faith for people that don't know. I don't think they can go hand in hand. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I kind of lost sight of the, like, you know what I mean, the vision in terms of.
But why now?
Why
like
now?
It's great. Obviously, best time is now.
Yeah.
But why? Like, why do you think it came now? Because now I think you're on a projection.
Yep.
Of this time where you were only going to go up and up and up and up and up in the music world. Yeah. And why do you think it all came to you now when you were at potentially the best stage of your career everywhere?
I feel like it's because I'm just getting more grateful, more thankful for what I'm achieving, bro. Alhamdulillah, obviously you can see we're all doing very well.
We're doing great.
Obviously I'm on my own path, but as I'm doing better, and I'm being more thankful, I'm doing more research, like learning more about the religion, and I can just see that I'm just going into like a bad little path right now, innit? So I was like, you know what?
SubhanAllah, see, like the wealth is coming in now, obviously, and what is that now he's comfortable for money, he's thinking about life, which direction he's heading. And that's the thing as a Muslim and a YouTuber, is that if you have a conscience, we will have a conscience, but either when you really start getting rich off it, you're either really just chuck it to the back, and that happens as well, whether you're rich or whether you're middle class or whether you're poor and you're not practicing, whether you're making millions or not, or whether you're middle class or whether you're wherever, working class or wherever, or poor, when you're not practicing, there's 2 ways you can go. There's 2 ways you can go. You can just put it to the back of your mind, and listen to tunes every day, smoke weed every day, you know what I'm saying, link the opposite gender and this, that, and you just push it to the back of your mind. You don't listen to nothing Islamic. You avoid anything, anyone and any place Islamic, and you just, it's in the back of your mind. Sometimes it might come up, not through you wanting, but through something, I don't know, through seeing someone who, who practices or whatever, or this, that, whatever. But you try to avoid it. You try to put it to the back of your mind, and so forth. And you just keep on listening to music, keep on, just watching movies, avoid anyone Islamic, hang around like free mixing and stuff. And you just try to avoid anyone, if you see any Islamic lecture or this, that, and whatever, you go in a different way. If you see anyone, outside that's Islamic, you just avoid them and this, that, and so forth, But there's always like certain things that happen in life, that deen comes up, whether through a friend or you coming across information, something that makes you think about deen. But most of the time when you don't want to practice, you just you just ignore it. You intentionally ignore it, you know. And alhamdulillah, he's comfortable now, money wise. So now he's thinking, most probably thinking, okay, I'm making this money and all this stuff. Which direction am I gonna go in? And that's the thing. The money for Chunkz is only gonna increase the more haram he does. The more haram he does, the more the money's gonna increase. The less haram he does, the less money he's gonna make. So to say now, I'm gonna do the right thing and stick around and leave music alone and so forth, you know, it takes guts because he doesn't have to do it, you know. I just hope Allah helps him to get out of the dating thing, because a lot of young, you know, even that term bunda and all this kind of stuff, like everyone knows it because of Chunkz and so forth, and I'm sure he doesn't want that on his scales on Yom Qiyamah, Judgment Day. We have scales of good deeds and bad deeds. I'm sure he wants to get out of it. So make dua that he not only gets out of the music, but all this dating stuff and girl stuff, and you know, him and Philly, because them two are like brothers. So make dua for that. Him and Philly, they get out of the, like, Allah to reward him for the music and to help him get out of this dating stuff. I'm sure he will, inshallah, because you know he wants to do the right thing. So please make dua for him.
I set out to be a YouTuber. I set out to be an influencer, whatever. Adding musician.
But you always loved music.
I love music, bro.
From the day
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
You've loved music.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like,
but obviously you went down that path.
Yep.
The music path. You had a bit of success.
Yep.
You signed a record deal.
Yep.
You've done all of that. You've done a lot. You made the top 40s, top 40 charts.
Top 40s.
You've done a lot in such a short time.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that's what I think is special. For such a young man doing everything like he's achieving so far, to just say, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore because of my deen, because of my religion.
Yeah.
I think that's special.
Yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate it, bro. It's just a thing where, like, obviously God's put man in the position I'm today. I'm doing so well, alhamdulillah. I thank God every day. But it's a thing where I'm gonna now kind of like spit it back, metaphorically, of course, in his face, and just like now say, yeah, I'm gonna do music. It's like, he blessed man with the position I'm in already, and obviously income I'm bringing in is halal, thankfully. So it's a thing where why would I now want to add more pasta to man's life?
Yeah, he's even being careful about how he talks about God. You know, we're talking about, like, he made it clear to say that, oh, I'm making money in this area and so forth. I don't want to spit back in God's face, yeah. And he said, metaphorically, of course, speaking, meaning, because there's some people, you know, they speak anyway about Allah, but the fact that he's even conscious to say, you know, I'm making money now and doing well, and I don't want to, like, be ungrateful to Allah, so I don't want to spit back in his face, metaphorically, and so forth. Like, it shows that alhamdulillah, he's learning more about the deen, learning more about Aqidah, inshallah, and you know, it's good, mashallah.
But I want to add some crazy little today. I'm doing so well, alhamdulillah. I thank God every day. But it's a thing where I'm gonna now kind of like spit it back, metaphorically, of course, in his face, and just like now say, yeah, I'm gonna do music. It's like, he blessed man with the position I'm in already, and obviously income I'm bringing in is halal, thankfully. So it's a thing where why would I now want to add more pasta to man's life? Why would I want to add some crazy little, do you know what I mean? Because obviously it's haram, it's forbidden for people that don't know what haram means. So it's like, it's against my belief, against my religion, so I kind of have to stop it for the sake of God.
So did you ever feel, you know, when you started, did you ever feel bad when you started, or was it like exciting?
And I'll be honest, originally, bro, loved it. I was not even thinking about religion, nothing. Like, I wasn't even praying properly, so at the time, it was just kind of like... When
I listened to this video of Ramore's, when I watched this video of Chunkz, what I can feel is remorse. What you can see from him, from his, and from the way he's speaking, you can feel he has remorse of that. I'm living a life that's making haram. You know, I think young Ard says this, yeah? And even though I don't agree with this thing of, like, where young Ard was selling, and I did a video on it, check them out a few uploads ago, that making haram music to get out the ends, even though I don't agree with that, and you can't use money from haram things to set up, you can't use money from haram, yeah, to get out the ends and set up something halal, like property and this, that. You can't do that. You can't rob a bank to build a masjid, and so forth, yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is, even though I don't agree with. No, it's not that I don't agree. It's not to do with what I think. What I personally think doesn't mean anything. The fact that you can't use haram money like big ads, not big ad ads. Yeah. So I get all these rappers and stuff like that and so forth. Like as the brother said, music songs. I don't listen to them, but I know a few of their names and so forth. But there's two ads. There's another ads anyway. But the point is that even though you can't use haram money to get out the ends and build up halal businesses and so forth, yeah, the fact you could see that video that odds he had remorse and so forth, you know, for what he was doing, and he said, "I've got to stop. I want to stop before I'm 30," and this, that, and the other. Even though it's a bit selfish because you're messing up the youth to get out the ends, you know, and you're messing up, you know, a lot of young Muslim brothers and sisters see like copy your lifestyle. I heard all this stuff about weed and smoking and, you know, girls and all this kind of stuff. You're using that to get out the ends. You could see that he knows it's haram, and that he wants to get out of there and so forth. So it's like that remorse, having that remorse, yeah, it doesn't make what you're doing halal. I'm not talking about Chunkz. I'm not talking about Chunkz because I don't know everything he does. I know the music's haram. I know the dating stuff is haram, but the football thing, obviously, was like halal if he's just commenting on football and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, and so forth. But yeah. But to see remorse in these brothers that are making money, you know, and to see that it's bugging them, that's the word, that it's on their mind and they're aware of it, inshallah, Allah aid them, you know, because you don't have to that. You can just turn off your mind. You can just turn off your mind, smoke beer, read, listen to beer tunes, you know, and just forget about it. But it shows that they want a halal lifestyle, you know.
Yeah, music, yeah, why not? I like doing it, I like singing. So it's like, it's against my beliefs, against my religion, so I kind of have to stop it for the sake of God.
So did you ever feel, you know, when you started, did you ever feel bad when you started, or was it like exciting?
And I'll be honest, originally, bro, loved it. I was not even thinking about religion, nothing. Like, I wasn't even praying properly, so at the time, it was just kind of like, yeah, music, yeah, why not? I like doing it, I like singing. Let me make a song, I've always wanted to make a song. When I started music, you know what the reason I started music, I lie?
What was the reason you started?
One of the main things was just because I wanted to do a tour. I wanted to go on stage.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that
because of COVID, never got through that because I wanted to be on tour with him.
Yeah.
Dance on stage, TikTok dance.
That's all it was. Like, obviously, I remember when I went to Michael Dapper's show and he invited me at the time I went to Sweden and I had to come back. And I went on stage and then obviously you got people saying, at the time it was, ask me. And it was that adrenaline of, they're here for me. Like, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, that's the feeling. I love that time. And from then I was like, you know what? I want to make rhythms properly and I want to be on stage 24/7. We were meant to tour, drop an album or EP with me and Philly during like 2020 and then tour straight after that. Thankfully, not on that vibe, obviously, but COVID hit because that's delayed me jumping out. Because I feel like if I dropped the album and then I started to tour, I would be too deep.
If you felt the tour life.
If I felt the tour life, people reciting not reciting, that's a bit crazy.
It is reciting lyrics.
Yeah, reciting my lyrics. Like, I mean, singing it back to man. I'll feel like that, God, like, that feels good. Yeah. So I think it would be impossible for the jump off. So I'm actually lucky.
Yeah, grateful, bro.
Something like that to happen in terms of
find the positives out of the negative.
Mashallah, may Allah reward him. Like, sometimes they're saying things, but I think he's learning with someone because when they say certain words, like reciting, we obviously know you recite the Quran. He was cautious of like, is that right of what I'm saying? And also when he just said lucky, the other guy, I think his name is Sharky or Snarky, I'm not sure. But his friend, he said, when he said lucky, he said grateful. Because we don't believe in luck in Islam. And also when he said reciting, he was cautious because we know we recite the Quran. So he didn't know. You could see on his face, he's thinking, should I say that? Because he's talking about how people are praising him, and he says, look, if I went on tour and did drop music before COVID and people were reciting my name and so forth, then I would have got to me, and you know, it'd have been even harder for me to stop music, and he doesn't think he would. So like, mashallah, the guy is very cautious and careful about like what he says about Allah and the deen. But the thing is this, yeah, see, I'm doing this video now because obviously, like I was saying, these people, they have a big influence on the youth. Now, I'm hoping, inshallah, that he doesn't. The reason why I'm praising him, inshallah, and why we should support him is because he has influence on the youth. Now, the thing is this, is that, inshallah, I'm not praising him, and I'm hoping that through praising him and this, that, and the other, and so forth, that he doesn't do something, you know, after I've done this video, and other people have done it and so forth, that he doesn't, like, we're just praising him for the fact that he's doing haram, yeah, and that he was doing haram, and he wants to leave it, and he doesn't want to influence other Muslim youth to do bad. Other stuff that he's doing in this, that, and so forth, I'm not responsible for it. The dating stuff and all this stuff about girls and commenting on girls' bodies and private parts and this, that, and the other, I'm against that, you know, and it's bad for two Muslims, Chunkz and Philly, to do these dating things where they talk about women's bodies and this, that, and so forth, and, you know, holding their hands and kissing them and so forth. So when I praise him about the music, I'm not praising all this other stuff, but I'm hoping that this music, him giving up this music, will lead to him giving up the other parts. You know, and he carries on just doing a football or whatever the other halal things are done. I don't follow him like that, but I see his stuff on social media. His stuff is all over social media, him and Philly. They're most probably two of the most famous people on YouTube. So yeah, I'm not condoning, I'm not agreeing, I'm not praising all the other parts of what he's doing and so forth. But I'm hoping with this initial flame, with this initial inspiration of giving up music, he'll give up the dating stuff and so forth. So I've got nothing to do, just because I'm praising about music, I'm not praising everything else he does. Yeah. So if he does a madness tomorrow to do with dating and this, that, and the other, I'm free from that. I am free from anything haram he's doing. I'm just making this video for him to know that there's people, yeah, who are trying to practice, yeah, who see what he's doing and see the FH journey, and we support him, even though me, I'm sure he's seen my stuff on his TikToks and his videos, because over all these famous Muslims, whether it's Fawzi, whether it's Adam Sali, whether it's Slim, whether it's Chunkz or Philly and stuff, my verses of Quran and Hadith are all over there, like social media. So if we criticize them when they're doing wrong, then inshallah I support them when they're doing good. Anyway, let's carry on.
It was that adrenaline of rather here for me, like, you know what I mean, and it's kind of like, that's the feeling. I love that time, and from then I was like, you know what, I want to make rhythms properly, and I want to be on stage 24/7. We were meant to tour, drop an album or EP with me and Philly during like 2020, and then tour straight after that. Thankfully, not on that vibe, obviously, but COVID hit, because that's delayed me jumping out. Because I feel like if I dropped the album and then I started to tour, I would be too deep.
If you felt the tour life.
If I felt the tour life,
stage,
people reciting my... It's not reciting, that's a bit crazy.
It is reciting
like,
lyrics.
Yeah, reciting my lyrics. Like, I mean, singing it back to man. I'll feel like that, yo.
Yeah.
God, like, that feels good.
Yeah.
So I think it would be impossible for the jump off. So I'm actually lucky.
Yeah, grateful,
bro.
Like that
something like that to happen in terms of not.
Find the positives over negatives.
Of course, bro.
Nah, it's mad. But how does it feel now for you to quit it? Like, you must have loads of missed opportunities, like cool opportunities.
Oh my days, man. So obviously, like I said to you, one of the main
there's some that I know about.
So the main reason I started music, like I said, was just to go jump on stage. One of the main reasons. So I remember me and Philly speaking about we want to do wireless so bad. Yeah, you know what I mean? Jump on wireless. All right, well, this wireless. Yeah. Got the message saying if you wanted to do it, that's a possibility. Yeah. So that I had to say no to the other day. Bro. Yeah, wireless. I mean, that's big. Yeah. So I said no, I can't do that. What else?
Yeah, Mel Woodham, I think wireless is one of the big concert massive concert or something. So it's like huge, and that would have just put his fame even more and his money even more and so forth. So, you know, he was fighting so much for these to get these things, and then he had a change of heart, and he said no. And mashallah, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of iman to do that, man.
Collabs with a lot of the UK artists that I really wanted to work with.
Wireless, bro.
Yeah, Wireless.
That's big.
Yeah, so I said no, I can't do that. What else? Just collabs with a lot of the UK artists that I really wanted to work with. At the beginning, it was kind of just like, yeah, you're good, bro. Keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, we know how this industry works. No one's going to rate you until you're at a certain level. When you now get the clout, your respect is based on your clout, let's be honest. And I'm not just taking digs at anyone. It's just how the scene is, isn't it?
The industry, though.
It's the industry we're in, innit? So business is business, of course. Now, as I've now climbed up in the ranks now, the same people that I was shouting now shouting me back saying, yo, here's a song, put a chorus on it. And I'm getting people I like, bro. Like, I'm not going to say names in it, but it's like big people in the UK saying, yo, Chunkz, drop man a chorus or drop man a verse. And I can mention one, KSI, bro. Me and K, I've always spoke about me and KSI doing a song on the social media. JJ actually hit man up. You can say the same thing. He's like to me, yo, bro, let's do a song. Go crazy. I remember when he texted me, I was kind of like, why now, JJ? You could have done it last year. You know what I mean? But I was like, I told him the reason, bro. I told him, obviously, I'm just trying to go on this path with the religion and trying to, you know what I mean? Just trying to be, you know what I mean? A better Muslim. So he was kind of like, fair play, bro. So yeah, I was meant to do a song with KSI. I think it was the remix of Craig Davis song. I'm not sure which one it was exactly. But I was meant to do a song with, I think. I couldn't, you know what I mean? Me and the vocals. But obviously, crazy. I had to turn that one down. And that
UK is like Craig David.
Huh?
Craig David would have been a song as well.
I think that's the song. I might be wrong, but I know it was a song with KSI.
Okay, yeah.
And that would have probably...
You say no to KSI, that's massive. That's like...
crazy.
That's how you know like you're serious about this.
JJ, KSI, if you want to do a collab on a Nasheed...
Bring him on.
No, please, Chunkz. Leave the Nasheeds alone, man. This Nasheed, this music dawah, you know, I know there's some big YouTubers or some of the biggest YouTubers that give dawah and stuff, do these songs, sing for dawah and stuff, but wallahi, you've never found the Prophet. The Prophet never sung and gave dawah. Yeah, Abu Bakr never sung and gave dawah. Yeah, where's it? Omar ibn al-Khattab, never sung and gave dawah. Uthman ibn Affan never sung and gave dawah. Yeah, Ali ibn Talib never sung and gave dawah. You never found that on the Quran or the Sunnah, or the companions or the rest of the Salaf, any of them sung and did this nasheed dawah through singing. The Prophet had a poet that used to speak to people and talk about how great Islam was. And it's poetry and singing are two totally different things. You never had one. Allah said, He said, this all comes back to Tawheed and what this deen is based upon. Yeah. Allah said, He said, a prophet to every nation, first thing coming to telling people to worship Allah alone and avoid false gods. The Prophet said, one of the companions, Mu'adh ibn Jabal to Yemen, he said, you're going to a people of the book, so the Christians, so the first thing you call them to worship Allah alone and avoid false gods. You never found the Prophet ever. The Prophet never. He never sang anyone to the Kaaba to sing and give dawah, to a market to go and give dawah. He never, there was many people that went to the kings and this, that, and the other, and they would tell the king, or the leader what the Prophet said. Not one of them went, and started singing in some feminine voice and started getting down on one knee, and doing all this, like feminine acts and stuff. You will not find anywhere that male companions used to sing, The Prophet never sung, Abu Bakr never sung, Omar never sung, Uthman and Ali, they never sung. The Salaf, the companions, the generation that came after that, the Tabi'in and the Atba Tabi'in, none of them sung. This stuff all started with deviant groups that came along like Sufis and stuff like that, singing and stuff like this, like the Christians did that. No one could ever say that Prophet used to sing and give dawah, ever. why did Abu Bakr, why didn't the Prophet and Abu Bakr, this, that, and the other, why is there no hadith, yeah, or verses of Quran of them singing at the Kaaba, or instructing them to sing at Kaaba, or any reports of them singing at the Kaaba, giving people that, or going to a town and singing to people. This singing and dawah was never together. So I don't care what big YouTubers do with like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like singing about giving them dawah and this dawah, this entertainment dawah, this, that, and the other, yeah. Whether it's singing, yeah, whether it's was it doing somersaults, whether it's I don't know, doing circus acts, yeah, this was not the call of the messengers, you know. Wallahi, I knew a brother that was doing security for, I think it was GPU or Islam Channel, one of these places, yeah, he was doing security, yeah, and I think these Nasheed artists came and this, that, and the other and so forth. And he said when the artists came on stage and stuff, the sisters, you know, on stage were screaming and crying and this, that, and the other and so forth. And one of the artists said, I'm gonna be doing what is it? Autographs after, if you want to come backstage and get autographs, and like sisters would say to husbands, can I get his autograph, and stuff like that, in tears and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, wallahi, there's no difference. If you look at the reaction of fans of pop singers and this, that, and the other, and you look at the reactions of the Nasheed artists, the way the sisters react to how Kafir women act to singers, yeah, whether they be rappers and whether they be rap artists, yeah, or singers, yeah, and you look at the way the sisters react to Nasheed artists and stuff like that, taking photos with them and all this kind of stuff, and you know, screaming. And this is not how the male salaf and the female salaf interacted with each other. Why, if it was halal, why didn't the Prophet sing? If it was beneficial, why didn't the Prophet sing? You know, if it was halal to have concerts and give dawah through singing, why didn't Allah send the Prophet singing to give dawah? Why didn't the Prophet send any companion to sing to give dawah? Why? You know, Allah said that today I perfected your religion. Are you telling us that you knew something that Allah didn't know, the Prophet didn't know? I'm not talking about Chunkz. I'm talking about the people that do this singing dawahs and these YouTubers that do this singing dawah, yeah, with no knowledge. They have no knowledge. Just, you know, just I think this. Yeah. And not all big YouTubers, because there's some big YouTubers like mashallah Dawah Man and you know, like, and the brothers that are with him and so forth and that, and there's a few of people that do have a big audience and stuff, and their speeches are Qala Rasul, Allah says, the messenger says, yeah. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that there's no one gave dawah through music. No one gave dawah through music, you know. So regardless what big YouTubers do, if they've done songs giving dawah through singing, they cannot find a proof the Prophet ever doing it. They cannot find Allah telling the Prophet to do it. They cannot find the Prophet and the companions or the rest of the Salaf do it. It's nowhere. There's stuff after with the Christians and so forth, with the Sufis and so forth, yeah, and deviant groups. So I'm just saying, please don't start this music dawah, man. If you sing with instruments or without instruments, it's not the path of the prophets. Because if there was any benefit in it, the Prophet would have did it, or he would have told one of the companions to do it. We don't find this. You don't find the Prophet was with Abu Bakr and he told Abu Bakr to go and sing to people, to go and give them dawah. You will never find a hadith like that. You will never find the Prophet was with Omar ibn al-Khattab and he saw them walking and he said, Omar, go and sing to those people over there and call them to Islam. You never see the Prophet was walking with Uthman ibn Affan. Yeah, and said, look, those people over there, go over them to them and sing and give them dawah. You never find that the Prophet was Ali and he said to go to these people and sing and give the dawah. But we know the Prophet said this person, to give. He said Mawad, to Yemen to give people dawah. We know that he said, he had that Allah said that he sent a prophet every nation, telling people to worship Allah alone. Not singing to them, speak to them, and so forth. Yeah. We never find any of the leaders when they were in charge, Abu Bakr, when he was in charge, or any of these companions or Omar, telling people to go and people and sing. Yeah. So it's one of two things. Either these people that do this singing dawah, yeah. Either Allah is right when he said he perfected the religion and he never told the Prophet to sing and the companions never sung, yeah. Or there's people, that know better than Allah and His Messenger that came afterwards that said you should sing, and no one that came before them did, and they're more guided than a Prophet and have more knowledge than Allah. And we all know that. We all know, that no one has more knowledge than Allah,
But yeah, so another one being, obviously I've been offered crazy amounts of money by labels.
I know.
7-figure deal.
7-figure.
Yeah, But yeah, so another one being, obviously I've been offered crazy amounts of money by labels.
I know.
The 7-figure deal.
7-figure.
Yeah, and that's millions, by the way.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, they told me, yo, Chunkz.
Wait, you couldn't just say yeah, then run up with the money or something. Bro, you could have bought this house.
That's haram peas. That's on my life. The car I buy with that money will just crash straight on the M-way, bro. So I said, nah. Obviously, I've been offered millions, bro. Like, there was a thing where they were like to me, sign it on the dotted line, and we'll transfer that into your squares, like half of it or something like that. Wallahi, I think I could have made meals, bro.
Yeah, of course.
At the time, I remember when I got offered it, I was thinking, and that's when I already made my mind up about quitting music.
Of course, yeah.
By the way, my mind's been made up about quitting music for like 3-4 months now.
Do you think? So, you made your mind up a few months ago of your own.
MashaAllah, this is amazing to hear, man. This is nice to hear, May Allah give him Jannah, man, and forgive him of his shortcomings, and us too. Ameen.
Answering now, you made your mind up a few months ago. Do you feel like it's like what people talk about with like a relationship when you're suddenly single now, all the girls come. Do you feel that's like with music? As soon as you decide, I'm quitting, all these opportunities came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
to test you.
That's the test from
Tempting
the devil, the shaitan.
It's coming.
He came through and said, yeah, I heard you're quitting music now.
That's what I'm saying.
He tried to give me opportunities.
You're getting 7-figure deals here, you're getting that there, and you're saying no. You're passing every single test, bro.
Like,
every single test.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful, bro, because I was getting,
It's true, man. It's true. He said no to all these tests and he's passing them. Just keep it up, bro. Hamza, I'm almost proud of you.
Tempted to come back in, I can't lie, bro.
Of course, that's the whole point.
There was times in my life I was thinking, all right, cool, one more rhythm.
Yeah.
Obviously, I came on that song with Dino and J.I., but that was actually agreed way before I even made the decision to quit music. So people probably think, but you dropped.
Your most recent song came out.
I signed. My most recent, the most recent song, the last song I'm on, came out like a month ago, but that was because I agreed it a long time ago.
So I'm gonna speak from my point of view, but like every stage of that song, the promotion to that song, coming out of the song, you didn't feel comfortable. You didn't because the song was agreed a long time ago. And obviously it's coming out now. People think, the song's come out. Just for it got made, agreed 2 days ago, it came out. So you already agreed this a long time ago. You couldn't really come out of it. Everything was already agreed. And then the song came out. You still owed some sort of promotion because you're part of the song, but you'd already quit music in your head. Yeah. And you felt bad like promoting it. And
I felt bad promoting, but I also felt bad for Dino as well. Because
that's another reason as well.
Because obviously, usually anything I get involved in, I push 100% into it, bro. That's just the person I am. But I felt bad because I was like, my heart's not in it anymore, bro. Like, I felt bad promoting the song itself. Like, I'm just putting sins on myself. So I was like, you know what? Sorry, it was a shitty way to go out, but I kind of just can't do this anymore, kind of vibe. So, I felt so bad. I remember when the day it dropped, I was in my bed near tears, bro, because of how close it was to Ramadan. And it was just that.
Amazing, man. He said that he was in his bed nearly in tears because, or in tears because it was close to Ramadan. This guy's, he has awareness, man. He's truly sorry, like, mashallah, man.
I felt bad. I was kind of like, may Allah forgive me kind of vibe. I was just like doing tawbah. I just kept asking for forgiveness because of it being so close to Ramadan as well, like the blessed month. Yeah, I just felt bad, bro. But alhamdulillah, thank God I felt bad because it shows that I still have that iman, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like, you know, when people do a mad thing and they're just kind of like,
of course.
That's worrying. Whereas now if I miss a prayer or if I miss, I kind of like feel shook, and that's the way to be.
That's the positive.
So I'm actually, you know what I mean, I'm thankful I still have that type of embarrassment.
100%, because then that leads to change. If you don't feel anything, you'll never change. What's the point of not change? What's the point? Why are you going to change something that you just feel fine doing?
Exactly. Right.
Okay, but you've got a great voice.
Thank you.
About that already. Yeah, you sing all the time. You sing in the house.
Yeah.
You sing Bollywood in your stories. You sing everything. So, is acapella count? Is acapella like a
thing that
a possibility?
In terms of whether it's haram or not, I think like forbidden. I feel like it's about what you. I think it's the instruments. I need to do proper extensive research.
Drums are allowed, right?
I don't know.
I believe drums are allowed. Correct me if I'm wrong. Drums are.
No, the male companions, they never used to sing at all. You will not find the male companions ever singing. You know, from the Prophet, the companions, the rest of the Salaf, the men didn't used to sing. You know, I think it was Ibn Taymiyyah that said that that is from the traits of women or something or whatever. But you know, but alhamdulillah, man, inshallah, somewhat explained to him, but going down this singing thing, especially about the deen and so forth, it's just going to lead to trouble. It's going to either lead to singing something wrong or creating an environment of young hijabis going crazy or non-hijabis going crazy, and like it won't even be about the deen. Like all these singers, whether it's Dean Squad or whether it's J Dean or whether it's Carter or whether it's Khalid Sadiq, all of them, they started off, what is it? We're just going to sing. We're just going to do poetry. What is it? No, they're going to do, we're just going to sing without instruments. Then it came singing vocal beats, which is haram anyway, because it's imitating musical instruments. And then it's, what is it? We're going to do music. And then we're going to sing on vocal beats that sound exactly like Kafar, the latest Kafar songs. And then it became, what is it? We're going to sing and rap on, what is it, on normal beats or normal music, and change a few words of these latest Kafar songs. So that's the best thing is, mashallah, your iman is high, just leave the music alone. Wallahi, man, like all these people that do these music and this, that, and the other, whether they start off with a cappella, even though, because if you're going to give dawah through singing, or whatever you're going to call it, if you're going to be singing, there's a way you give dawah. And the dawah, you have to have two things: the correct intention. There's two conditions for every good deed, according to the Quran and Sunnah. Innama ahmalu bin niyyat. Like actions are judged by intentions, and fa'alam annahu la ilaha illallah. Have knowledge that there's no God worthy of worship except Allah. So basically, you have to have the correct intention before you want to do an act for act to be good, and you have to have knowledge. Yeah, you have to have knowledge. Yeah, or a proof from the Quran and Sunnah. Yeah, to validate it. If you have good intention but you don't have no proof from Quran and Sunnah, that the action is negated. If you have proof, but you do you have a proof from Quran and Sunnah, meaning that it was done by the Prophet, or Allah said to do it, but you do it for fame or just that, the action is rejected. That's what a bid'ah is, when you do something without any proof from the Quran and Sunnah. Yeah, giving dawah through singing and this, that, and the other, and so forth. There's no precedent for it. There's nothing. There's no from the first 3 generations, because the Prophet said, the best of generations is my generation, that then the generation after that, then the generation after that. The first 3 generations, tabi'in, you know, the companions, the tabi'in and atba' tabi'in. You never find this. Wallahi, you don't find this. You know what I'm saying? All of the 4, you'll never find that anyone in history until deviant groups arrive sung to give dawah. There's a student of Dunj called Abdurrahman Hassan. I'm going to put his video up here. He done a how long is that lecture? It's a 3 hour. He done a 3 hour, 4 hour lecture. Abdurrahman Hassan is probably the most knowledgeable students of knowledge in this country. He's just a robot. Qala Rasul, that's what all his talks are. Proof. He went through it in total, in detail, you know, from the Quran, from the Prophet to the companions that singing and give dawah. And he gives, he all the weak arguments people bring for the sheets and singing and so forth, he's gone through it all. Inshallah, I'm going to put the video up. I'm going to either put the video in, or I'm going to put a thumbnail of the video, or I'll put it in the comment. Yeah, I'll put the video in the description, inshallah. And I'll put some other students on, because we don't really have scholars in the West. Yeah, you have people called Sheikh this and Sheikh that and Sheikh that, but most of them, you know, are. The term Sheikh is just used for anyone who speaks a lot about Islam in the West. Yeah, Sheikh is either a old person, yeah, or a knowledgeable person. But most of the people called Sheikh, they're not old. Yeah, they're not classed as old according to the Sunnah, because the Prophet said that adulthood starts at 40. Yeah, man attains manhood at 40 and so forth. Yeah, I'm not talking about marriage-wise. I'm talking about wise. I'm talking about to say so. Like, basically, the people we refer to Sheikh are not elderly people. Anyone that speaks about Islam a lot in the West has a white phobe, has a beard, has a kufi. People call him Sheikh because he's popular and this, that, and so forth. Mainly, you have students of knowledge in here and so forth. You know, but inshallah, I'll try and leave a bunch of students of knowledge. Quite a few of them that are on social media that give authentic knowledge. They're not going to give their own opinion when they give something Allah said, the Messenger said, and so forth. Because a lot of big YouTubers and so forth, it's just I feel, you know, and so forth. But yeah, leave this. You're doing well. Leave this singing business alone. It's like, if you're gonna be singing about dunya stuff without musical, it's gonna lead to fitna. If you sing within the deen about, you know, if you sing within the deen, you're just gonna make big mistakes and so forth, you know, because there's no one that precedes you in doing it. So you're doing well. Just leave the singing alone.
I need to check.
I think drums are allowed.
Alright, so what I need to check is obviously, it's about what it's mostly the instruments, the instrumentals, and it's also like what you're actually speaking about. Like, you know, if you're talking about the gallem and money and cars, and it's just all pointless. Whereas now, if you're spreading a positive message, potentially could be okay. Yeah. But like, obviously, I did music just on a generic vibe in terms of just singing. Now, look, when I'm now saying I've quit music, I'm talking about dropping on Apple Music and Spotify, because it's streams. Each person I listen to, I get sinful, etc. Now, I'm not going to lie now and say I'm done listening to music, I'm done singing music. Because, you know, on my stories, obviously, if you follow me on socials, you know I like to just be in the car sometimes and sing and have fun. I'm not saying I'm going to completely stop that, because at the end of the day, like, it'll be unrealistic. As human beings, we sin, bro. Yeah. Nobody's perfect, you know what I mean? I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. The sheikh, the imams, they're not perfect, bro. I feel like the fact that I'm well aware about me sinning is a good thing in itself. So moving forward, I'm not saying that, like, because what I can't be asked for is now, if I put a song on my story, I enjoy it. The people in the comments.
Because you made this video.
Because I made this video, it's kind of like, oh, Chunkz, you said you're done. Like, what happened now?
Yeah, of course.
And then they're there, like, I mean, rassing out different gallon doings in there. But it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's just like they're too concerned about other people, especially like with me. Like, I just constantly under a magnifying glass. I'm saying that I've stopped making music in terms of releasing songs. moving forward, I don't know about if I want to. Like, obviously, hopefully, soon enough, I just stop listening to music altogether. That's the aim.
Yeah, of course.
But as of now, I'm against making songs and releasing them. I'm not fully against just listening and vibing, because that's hard.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's hard.
And you never know.
Look, I get what Chunkz saying. He's saying, look, he said, I've stopped releasing music as like putting songs out there officially, having a record label or independently releasing it on Spotify and all these different Apple Music and all this. I'm not making music as a part of my career or a side part of my career and so forth. That's what he's talking about. I'm gonna have to disagree with him about the. Okay, he might be in a car just driving and upload a video on TikTok, and where he's dancing to music or he's singing a song, and he doesn't and he stopped making. What he's saying is that he's stopped making music officially, but he still may do things where he's like online, and basically like dancing to music, maybe in his car or at home or something and that and so forth. But I would say this still, I know a lot of people can say, oh, you're extreme and stuff, but there's still audience. You still have Muslim kids, tens of thousands of Muslim kids, or maybe hundreds of thousands of Muslim kids, who are influenced by you. So I understand. I know you're taking steps in this, that, and so forth. But this is one of the things. Is that to sin. Look, if someone wants to do haram, in the privacy of their own home, and this is one of the things that annoys me about TikTok. The thing about TikTok that I hate so much, and Instagram a bit is like if someone wants to do haram, people on TikTok and Instagram, they don't just want to sin. Like if you did 100 million, if you did a million or billion or trillion monkey dances in front of the mirror or on your phone, privately on your phone, not uploaded to any social media, no one will care. People call people haram police and this, that, and so forth. But the thing is this is that if you were to do 100 million haram dances, whether it has swearing in it, whether you're talking about girls or in front of a mirror, or on the phone, no one will care. This is to all the brothers and sisters. No one will give a monkeys, because it's not affecting anyone. It's between you and your Lord, and there's no other casualties or anyone influenced. The thing is, it actually takes effort, to sin on TikTok and Instagram, because you have to get the song, you have to get the song, you have to sing the song, you have to do the video and this, that, you have to edit the video, you have to film it a few times. It takes effort to do it, So people on TikTok and Instagram, they don't just want to sin. They want to sin, get likes for it, get views for it, and get comments for it. So the thing is, I understand you're saying that you want to take steps. Like when you say that you stop making music, you mean officially as putting music out for people to buy and consume in this day. But you're saying that you still may do music and stuff, like casually, while you're, online, while you're in your car or you're at home or this day. But I would still say you're still like, we're all responsible, bro. There's little Muslim boys and girls that look up to you, school kids that look up to you and so forth, and it's like I understand that it takes time to stop music totally, and you want to get to the point where you don't listen to music, you don't make music, like where you've got to that stage already, and you won't even be dancing and so forth. But you're saying you're going to gradually cut it down, But we can't say that it's okay to do that. We don't want to be a downer. We don't want to put a sad point in a video. We don't want to take away from the goodness that you're doing. But we're all responsible, Really, you can, if you want to dance or sing or, I don't know, whatever it is you want to do, you can do it in front of the mirror. You can do it on your phone. privately, there's no reason to upload it. You know, as you know, the Prophet said, all of my, I'm sure he knows this hadith, the Prophet is a famous hadith. The Prophet said, all of my ummah will be forgiven except those who sin publicly. So I'm not here to give you a hard time about it, you know, if you see this video, but I'm just saying, I understand you want to gradually give up stuff and that, but we can't say, yeah, it's okay. You know, we as Muslims can't say it's okay to, you know, post a video in your car dancing and so forth because you want to gradually stop. Like, there's no really excuse for posting whatever you struggle with it's music, whether it's another person, girls, if it's a sister, boys, or makeup, you can do it in front of a person can do it in front of their mirror or on their phone. There's no excuse to really to upload it to a public platforms with millions. There's no real excuse for that, you know. But may Allah aid you, and may Allah help you, because we can tell that you want to completely stop it.
There'll be a stage of your life where now you open your eyes to that and you're like,
God willing, inshallah, bro.
This came to you now.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I don't do music, cool.
That's the aim.
Like, hopefully, inshallah, very soon you'll be like, I don't listen to music, full stop. I don't do this, full stop. I don't do that. And then over the years, you just become better and better and better.
Yeah, bro, that's the aim.
But what if Drake hits you up?
Drake hits me up for what?
Collab.
A collab? And I'm going to make a video saying, guys, just one more time. No, all jokes aside.
Because Drake does follow you.
Yeah, he does follow me, man.
It's possibility.
Champagne arbor.
You see what you could do. You see what you could do.
No, do you know, it's Drake. Don't ask me for a song, please, bro. Because that's going to be very hard for me. Because
that's the ultimate test.
That's the ultimate test. But I wouldn't do it. Well, I wouldn't do it. But it's obviously a thing where it would burn me. Because I'm not saying now, because I've quit, I hate it. I really, really love being in the studio, like making rhythms, bro. It's fun.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of music now that the world won't ever hear that you've made that I love.
Remember One by One? That was meant to be released. It's fully done, completed. Yeah. It was actually ready to go. I was gonna drop that one straight after Lingo.
Yeah.
My head,
that was gonna be the summer banger.
There's a long hadith called the 7 people that will be shaded on the day of judgment when there's no shade except the shade of Allah. Now we can't say that when you hear certain hadith that this means that this person, it applies to them. For example, Malcolm X, inshallah, he died a martyr because Malcolm X was killed by the Nation of Islam with the help of the American government, because at first Malcolm X was a racist and he said that, you know, white people are devils and black people are gods. He believed that was his Aqidah. Then he went on Hajj and he realized that there was white Muslims, black Muslims, Muslims of all different colors and all different nations. So when he came back as one of the main spokesmen of the Nation of Islam, who believed that black people are gods and white people are devils, literally, they killed him. They killed him because he was saying that there's one God, and it has no partners, and also, white people are not devils, by default because of the color of their skin. Black people are not gods. They killed him because he was the main spokesman of their group, and he was teaching different to what they taught him, which was racism. So people call Malcolm X a shaheed. Now, inshallah, he's a shaheed, but we can't say anyone is a shaheed and they've gone to Jannah, except who the Quran and Sunnah says. So we can say Bilal is in Jannah, we can say Abu Bakr is in Jannah, we can say, Omar is in Jannah. Why? Because there's hadiths that talk about these companions and their houses being in Jannah, and the Prophet saying that these people will be in Jannah, these specific people. As for people that came after, we can't call them, we can't say definitely. We can say that, look, if a person dies, look, if a person does a certain act, if a hadith says if a person does a certain act, yeah, they should go to Jannah. Yeah. So the point that I'm trying to say now, I'm going to mention there's a hadith that says that there's 7 people that will be in the shade, yeah, on the day of judgment, when there's no shade except the shade of Allah. We believe on the day of judgment the sun will come to the levels, will come close to us. Some of us will be in sweat. May Allah protect us, you know. Some of us will be in sweat up to our ankles. Some of our knees will be in sweat. Some of us up to our stomach. Some of us up to our chest, and some of us will be drowning in sweat out of Pharaoh and so forth. And the hadith goes on to mention 7 people that will be that will be in the shade of Allah. There will be a shade because of certain acts they used to do. So one of them, that someone, yeah, is a person that I'm paraphrasing the hadith, but one is a person that spends their youth in the practice of the deen. Another one is, 2 people that loved each other and they loved each other for the sake of Allah. Another one is a just ruler. Another one is youth that would there was people that spent their youth in the deen. There's 2 people that love each other and they only love each other for the sake of Allah. A just ruler, yeah, or imam, yeah. There's a few more, and I think one of them is someone who gives something up for the sake of Allah. I think one of them. I'm not saying that junk, or maybe that's another hadith, yeah, about something. But the point is this: what I'm trying to say is that I'm not saying that Chunkz is gonna get Jannah for giving up this music thing. But what I'm trying to say, I'm saying this hadith that says that if you give up something for Allah, for the sake of Allah and this, that, and the other, Allah will give you better than that, and so forth. So, you know, whether it's in this dunya or hereafter, we pray that inshallah, if he gives this up, and he gives up the other haram things that he's doing and so forth, the date and stuff like that, that inshallah, that he's elected to Jannah with no reckoning, inshallah, you know. And yeah, forgive me, yeah, for my tiredness when making this. Anyway, cool.
That's gonna be the summer banger. Yeah. It's not coming out now. I'm burning that. You know how much I paid for the instrumental as well?
You wasted so much money. But then again, regardless. Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't matter. And none of that matters. None of that matters, yeah. The great one. It's all for the great one. None of that matters.
I'm trying to go Jannah. That was meant to be released. It's fully done, completed. Yeah. It was actually ready to go. I was going to drop that one straight after Lingo.
Yeah. My head, that was going to be the summer banger.
Yeah, that was going to be the summer banger. Yeah. It's not coming out now. I'm burning that. You know how much I paid for the instrumental as well?
You wasted so much money. But then again, regardless, it's you're happy, you're happy, you're content. Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't matter. And none of that matters. None of that matters, yeah. The great one. It's all for the great one. None of that matters.
I'm trying to go Jannah.
But yeah, we all are, man. Inshallah, man. Inshallah. Okay, so wait, so you're not doing music?
Yeah.
You've got loads of other stuff you mentioned you can do.
Yeah.
You've got YouTuber. You've got all your Instagram opportunities. You've got your brand stuff.
Why do you keep forgetting football? I don't like footballer.
You're not a footballer though.
But I can.
Where do you
got links now? I've made it so I can play left back.
Yeah. You got friends of footballers, so maybe there you could be a footballer. But what areas in career do you want to focus on now? Other than
moving forward, I think I'm gonna try and push for that movies and like more TV appearances and stuff.
Yeah,
because I want to be on like a voice break. I want to be on like the biggest shows in the UK right now.
Yeah.
So whether that be like the Master Chef.
Like, he wants to go to TV shows and stuff. Man, I help you, but TV's tricky, man. Because if you're gonna do acting and all this kind of stuff. I don't know if you could, Allah, man, I'm not going to say anything, but being a Muslim in TV roles, you get put in compromises, especially if you're acting and stuff or whatever, you're going to be you get put in compromising circumstances. Like I've seen there's a brother on TV. What's his name? The brother. He's got a massive beard. I think he's Guzzi Khan and stuff. And it's like some of the skits I've seen like him shaking a woman's hand, and then there's some other Muslims come along and he goes, here comes the authorities, the Islamic authorities or something. But basically it's like calling people horror police because he swears a lot and so forth. Like, I know he's trying to fit in and try and make it seem like we're not terrorists, but you can't swear and shake women's hands and so forth. And I don't know, man. It's very rare you can get into the biggest shows on TV and hold on to your deen. It's very hard because, I don't know, man, it's just a free mixing and like, I don't know, man. May Allah aid you in what you do, and if it's haram, inshallah, you know, I'm sure you'll put the deen first, inshallah. And as you get more knowledge and stuff, you'll want to stay far away from these things, man, because TV, these people have been doing this for a long time, man. And it's I don't know any mainstream Muslim that's in TV that hasn't been compromised in major things, you know. Like the brother Ghazi Khan, I think that's his name, Ghazi Khan. He's got a big beard, Asian brother. It's nothing to do with Asian, I'm just talking about he's a brother with a big beard. He swears a lot. And he's like, I don't know, it's just, I think there's a Muslim girl, a Muslim girl, non-hijabi in there and stuff. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know, man, it's just, so it's like you got a big beard but you swear because that's what non-Muslims do, it's part of the culture and this, that, and the other, you know. And then when people tell you not to shake a woman's hand in the actual program, you start calling them the haram police, or is the Masjid Shura or some, I don't know, he was mocking practicing people. But I don't know, man, my Allah aid you, man.
Just the Strictly Come Dancings, I'm a celeb, whatever. I want to be able to jump on those shows. Why not? Like, I think it'll be sick. Soccer Radar again coming up, of course, I'd love to be part of that. And then acting as well. I think I want to get into acting, something I haven't done.
That'll be nice.
You know what I mean? I just want to do everything. I want to be able to just be involved in everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think acting probably I'll try and push for this year, inshallah. We'll see.
Modelling?
It's a possibility. You know what I mean?
You've got all this weight loss, you might as well show it off.
Yeah,
you might as well show it off.
Just a little bit gone.
I mean, I was in Central London the other day. It's random. I was in Central London the other day doing for a dentist. And the bus went past and I saw your face on the bus. I felt like it was you, Philly, Amelia. I was wow, man. This is crazy.
Nuts, innit?
So usually billboards would be sick. I'm like, I want to do something like that as well. So
yeah, bro. Billboards are sick. Like I remember seeing my first one because I've done it with Puma campaign before.
I remember.
Come on, guys. We don't really need our faces on billboards, man. Come on, man. Come on. It's not good for your ego to see your face on buses and big buildings and stuff. It's not good. There was a famous scholar called Sufyan Al-Thawri. Sufyan Al-Thawri, he was like, he had knowledge, man. He had ilm. He was like, and he was like also a person with zuhud. He abstained from the dunya. This guy was just like, you can't read books about people of the past without coming across Sufyan Al-Thawri's name regularly, yeah, you know. And what happened is that he said that Riyah, which is minor shirk, is like showing off. He said Riyah is like it's like so subtle that Riyah can join it, come into even good deeds. Like he said, that I never thought with anything more than Riyah, yeah. And when I would push it down in one place, it would appear in another. And this guy's not like, he's not a joker like us lot. He like, this person was an abid, he was a worshipper of Allah. And he said that ego. Like he never fought with anything more than ego. And this guy is not like that. He's on a different level to us. But he said when I would push it down in one place, it would appear in somewhere else. So it's like a constant battle, yeah. And we are nobody. Me, Chunkz, we are nobody compared to the scholar of Islam, and this guy was actually someone who people attest to his to how religious he is, or to how serious he is, or how he abstains from the dunya and stuff. But he said that when I don't find anything more harder to deal with than Riyah, like ego and stuff, and showing off and doing things, you know, other than the sake of Allah, you know. And he says, you know, that when he would fight in one place, it would appear in another. So it means that he was in a constant battle, always checking his niyyah, his intention. So trust me, having billboards of pictures of you everywhere, all over billboards, you're already all over YouTube. Having pictures of you or like, you know, buses and stuff and Selfridges and all these big places and all this. Trust me, you know, we're only human.
And it was in Stratford. And I was like, wow. Mental. Crazy, bro. So there's so much things you can achieve whilst it's still being permissible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
So that's why.
Do everything just the right way.
Yeah.
Do everything the right way.
Yeah, and that's the aim, bro. But yeah, moving forward, like I said, like, please don't be that person that, like, I can't be asked for, bro. Like, you know how much criticism man receive, and I'll take it on the chin. Obviously, if I'm sinning publicly, then obviously I have to get ready to get judged. Whereas if I'm sinning privately, you know what I mean, it's private. But I'm gonna make mistakes, bro. Like, wallah, everyone makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Everybody has those days. What song is that?
Hannah Montana. Nobody's perfect.
But like, just allow me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make mistakes. Allow me.
Yeah. As I find, one final message. I think we've covered everything. One final message from you about this whole thing, quitting music, and anything to say to the audience.
Yeah, I just want to say that I've got an EP coming out next week.
Imagine you baby.
It's called I Pranked Everyone on My Podcast. Yeah, that's what it's called.
That'd be the
this would be the worst prank on earth.
Yeah, that'd be the craziest.
Yeah, no, it'll be the worst
hate,
prank.
but no, that's not true.
Yeah, and guys, also just try and refrain from listening to Hold Vibrating.
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna try and get them down, but obviously I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how this all works. Also, yeah, even Philly can vouch. Like when Hold was coming out, I wasn't promoting it at all properly. Anyway, I felt bad, honestly. So yeah, moving forward, I know it's a bit unrealistic to tell everyone to stop listening because these things are on millions and millions of streams. Yeah. But yeah, you're kind of hurting my chances if you listen to that. I know it's my fault, but I've learned. So please just stop listening to it if you can. Yeah. Tell your friends as well.
Boycott all of Chunkz' music.
Yeah. I don't want to. No Vibration's got like 21 million streams.
It's a good song.
That's a lot of sins. Stop listening to it, please.
It's a lot of sins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's.
You see what he said? Like, Chunkz is actually taking time out to learn the deen, because a lot of people don't know, yeah. Like I said before, we have skills as Muslims. Part of our Aqidah belief that we have skills of good deeds and bad deeds, yeah. And on Judgment Day, if your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, you go straight into Jannah, yeah. If your bad deeds, outweigh your good deeds, then we'll go to Jahannam, get punished for the sins that we did, inshallah, and then eventually come out after we've been purified from the sins that we did, if our bad deeds outweigh our good deeds. Oh, Allah may have mercy on us, yeah. If he decides to, and us into Jannah. But the thing is this, yeah. Every piece of music you put out there, whether you've made it yourself or not, every song that you upload, to to social media, whether it's TikTok or Instagram or so forth, every view you get a sin for it. Yeah, even when the person is sleeping, even if the person is sleeping who uploaded it, yeah, you're still getting sins. So let me say that. For example, you upload music to TikTok or Instagram. People are watching it. As long as they're watching it, yeah, you're walking around, you're going to school, you're going to work, you're doing whatever. You're getting sins for every view of it, yeah. Not only that, like, if you upload that music, yeah, and it's up, you uploaded it and it's up for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, imagine how many sins that is. Imagine how many sins that is. Now, if you've like it's just not worth it. Most rappers, yeah, their videos get tens of thousands of views. Yeah, whatever the views are, just translate it. Whatever music you've uploaded on your TikTok, on your Instagram, just translate the views, yeah, into sins. Just translate the views into sins. And the thing is that it's not even just one sin, you know why? Because most music now have music videos, and what's in the music videos is haram. The girls, the drugs, the this, that, and the other. So you're getting one sin for the music, and you'll get another sin for the haram things that are in a video. Imagine you're a rapper, yeah, or you upload a rapper's song, and it gets 10,000 views. That's 10,000 sins. 100,000 views, 100,000 views. A lot of Muslim rappers, yeah. There's a lot of Muslim rappers out there. They got videos, yeah, with millions of views. Like Chunkz was saying, 23 or 21 million views. That's a lot of sins, he said, man. But it shows he's learning about these things and so forth. Yeah, I would just say anyone who's watching this who's got TikTok or Instagram, just delete your music. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, man. Even forget 100 sins, 50 sins, yeah. And anyone who's on TikTok or Instagram is getting more than 50, 100 views or 50 views. They're getting thousands, at least. They're getting thousands and tens of thousands of views. So just delete it. It's not worth it. Is it worth it? It's not worth it, man. Why? You know? On top of that, the Prophet said, all of my ummah may be forgiven except those who broadcast their sins. So if you're struggling with music in the privacy of your own home, that's one thing. Yeah? But once you upload it to Instagram and TikTok, you're in a whole different world. You know? But inshallah, if Chunkz, yeah, tries to get removed and he can't, inshallah, we hope Allah has mercy on him. You know, but if you don't make tawbah and you don't beg Allah to remove, you don't practically in this dunya try and remove it from these sites and so forth, yeah, and you just die uploading music, whether you're a rapper or you're not a rapper, you're just someone on social media, and you upload these songs. If you don't make tawbah from it and you don't try and remove it off the site, dying with tens of thousands, with lots of videos, with tens of thousands of views, forget the rest of your life. Just the music, just you being on TikTok, just you being on Instagram, uploading music, yeah, with tens of thousands of views or hundreds of thousands of views. It's just asking, put me in Jahannam. Just put me in Jahannam. You're just saying, put me in Jahannam, man.
We've covered everything. Chunkz has quit music officially.
Wow.
Yeah, he's put it out there now, and
I think I needed this, man, just so I don't slip up.
Yeah. Now that you've put it out in the world, because for months now.
Yeah.
Now that you put it out there, it's like that's something you look at now. You're like, even if you're tempted, you're like, I just put this out into the world. If I come back now, I know like I'm lying to everyone. I've lied to myself.
Yeah, no, it's impossible. No one's gonna believe. I'm not gonna release that just on.
Yeah. No way. Yeah. And just if you see him anything make mistakes or just realize that everyone has their own journey. Everyone's on their own path. He's clearly seeing things now. It's like, I don't want to do this. He might slip up here and there. No one's perfect, like he said. Just, you can advise us. You can advise us all. You can advise everyone. Advise your friends to do good. But don't bash people for making mistakes. I think that's all I wanted to add, really.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. You actually helped me there. Allah.
Yeah, I feel
emotional.
So. That's all I wanted to add there, man. But yeah, go on. You could outro yours.
Yeah, and there you go. I've quit music, so make sure you sorry for the people that are obviously we've got loads of people, fans that and supporters that aren't Muslim, so they're going to be devastated. Very sorry about that, guys. But I hope you can still continue to support the journey. Got loads of things coming out soon. Loads of exciting announcements. So yeah, please watch this space. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on my socials. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't hate. Before we move on as well, this is actually the setup to Sharky Does Sports, which is one of my favourite channels at the moment. So if you do like sports, let that be NBA, basketball, not NBA, it's basketball, for God's sake, UFC, football, then make sure you subscribe to Sharky Does Sports as well.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Thank you for letting me use your space.
All good, man. That'll be £50, like I said.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, so these adverts, man. Yeah, so Mela rewarded him. Huge step, and we just hope the brother goes from strength to strength, and we all go from strength to strength. We all go from man. Yeah, so what I was gonna say is that Mela rewarded the brother made huge steps. He's just going from. Let's hope inshallah goes from strength to strength, and we go from strength to strength. And it's a big move, alhamdulillah. It's a wake up call to the other YouTubers and so forth. Inshallah, we hope that that Shaitan doesn't, Shaitan's unsuccessful, because the brother's trying to, leave all the haram behind. So we ask Allah to aid him and protect him from Shaitan, and support the brother with your du'as, with comments. Let him know that we're proud of him, and just show the brother love, man. Just show the brother love and support him, inshallah, in that which is halal. We're proud of you, Chunkz as our Omar, and keep up the good work. We love you for the sake of Allah. Assalamu alaikum to everyone, to all the Muslims watching, and see you later to the non-Muslims that are watching. Cool.